Hey guys, I'm here with the OG fashion superstar Shalina. Shalina, thanks for joining us on Zoom today. So, another feather that you've added to your illustrious cap is being a mentor on Fashion Superstar, Myntra Fashion Superstar. So, tell us a little bit about the journey and the show.
I think for me it was important to do a show like this because, firstly, nothing like this has ever been done before. I don't think influencers have been given a platform to show their talent and, to have a little bit of a reality based in it. So I think that was very interesting. And also, it was like, the journey was very interesting. It was also my first time on television, so it was first time doing a show and hosting and mentoring a show. So for me, it was something very new. I like to try new things all the time. I think it keeps it exciting, and
Right.
we had a great team of people working with us. We were encouraged. I mean, it was my first time to learn lines and do all these kind of things. So
Yeah.
it was,
Exciting and
yeah,
new.
it was a very exciting journey.
All right. So now that you've been through this journey of, picking out the right influencer, tell us, so all the budding influencers out there, the one advice that you'd give them since you've been through. So because there's so many of
Yeah,
influencers on
yeah.
social media nowadays. What is that one thing that maybe they should do differently to stand out or to be successful in the career that they choose?
Like, I'm going to give this show as an example, of course. I feel for me it's very important for you to keep it real, be exactly who you are, because I think us being individuals is what makes us us.
Right.
So don't try and be someone else or copy someone else or be better. I think be original, be exactly who you are with your flaws and everything. I think that's what individuality is. And don't take this too seriously. It's a fun thing that you're putting out there. If you're an influencer, you've been given the opportunity to influence the younger generation or any kind of generation. So I think do the right thing and put the right message out there, and don't worry too much about what people say.
Speaking of influencers, there are also nowadays a lot of online blogs and critiques. So I want to know what's the behind the scene when it comes to styling. When you're styling a look, say on Deepika or Shahrukh, do you guys always predict maybe what the blogs would say, or do you guys don't care, or is it like an after they've walked the red carpet, do you guys go check what the critiques are saying? What is it like?
Me personally, I don't care. And I feel like if I had to worry about what everybody was going to say, I wouldn't be able to do my job the
Right.
right way, because
Right.
I'm styling my actor, and for me, keeping them happy and me being satisfied with the work I do is very important. So, and also, the work we do is never going to be liked by everybody.
Right.
So, I don't
Right.
think it's important at all.
So, spilling a little tea and giving a little bit of insight into how it's styling, which has been your most challenging styling project to date?
I would say challenging in a way which it really pushed me would be Cannes in 2019. I feel like it's always about and the good thing is our own work from the previous year is our benchmark.
Right.
It's not like we're saying, oh, this one dressed this way, we have to do better than her or
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
We just want to be better than ourselves. So
Right.
I felt that was really challenging because I'm also extremely critical about the work that I do. I put a lot of pressure on myself for everything. It doesn't matter how big or small a job is. So I felt like that was really challenging because the world is looking at her. Of course, it doesn't matter what they say, but you also want to put your best foot forward.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And give your 2000%. So I
Yeah.
felt
And
like,
everyone's always wondering how you're going to top that.
yeah.
So
But I
which is
don't even, that's what I'm
difficult.
saying, it was not even about everyone. Like I said, we'll come back from the red carpet and Deepika will be like, what are you going to do next year? So it's us
It's
putting
that
pressure.
instant.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, she's joking because she knows how much anxiety I get through it. But I mean, I think I can't, for me, I think I work best when I'm under pressure.
Okay. I want to know, in terms of Deepika and Shahrukh, when you're styling them, each one of them individually, how much of their own inputs do they put it, or they blindly trust you? What is the process like?
I think it's for Deepika, it's a very team effort. Of course, she knows what works on her, but she does give me a lot of freedom to try new things, and I think that is very important. I mean, as a stylist, what we can do is visualize what something is going to look on a person, and sometimes somebody who's not so well versed in fashion might not be able to. So I think
Right.
putting clothes onto a body is a very important exercise that people should do. and she gives us the time and the liberty to do that. She will try everything. She understands my vision of what, because I don't really go with the outfit. We already know what we want to do for hair and makeup, and I think it's a complete effort. So I think it's a team effort when it comes to her. With Shah Rukh also, of course, but he's got his basic, and I think Shah Rukh, the less you do with him, the nicer he looks. Like, he's one actor, I think, who looks the best in just a white t-shirt and his cargos, and he loves shoes, so he wears a great pair of sneakers and a fantastic pair of sunglasses, and he looks great. I don't, for me, I think he is Shah Rukh Khan at the end of the day, you know.
You
So
don't
he
need a lot
doesn't
of
need to do
effort.
he doesn't need to do much, and I think he's one of the men in our industry who carries these things off so well, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Also, what happens with Bollywood celebrities is that they tend to get typecasted
Yeah.
in terms of work also, and in terms of style also. That someone look at it and be like, "Oh, this is very Alia,"
Yeah.
or "This is very Shraddha." But with Deepika, what I've noticed is that it's always this element of surprise because sometimes she'll turn up in a pantsuit, sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be a ball gown, you know, and her airport looks are also very different each time. So how do you guys, you know, is it intended or is it something that just happens, and how do you keep it fresh?
Because it's exciting for us, you know. Like, for me, I think being in a creative space, you know, that you get bored very fast.
Yeah.
So also for me, I keep telling myself that you're so used to looking at her, how would you like to see her differently? And she also pushes hair, makeup, and all of us as a team, you know, let's try something new, or no, we've done this before. So I think she also pushes us a lot. So I think it's exciting for us as a team to come up with new things, to see her in a different way, to try new things on her. And I couldn't ask for anything better than somebody who allows you to do it. You know,
Yeah.
she's not somebody who gets stuck with looking a certain way. Because also what I feel happens in this industry is, oh, this is what we've done, it works, let's just stick with it and do
Yeah.
it over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, she's not that person. She likes to try new things. And also, she gives me so much time for fittings, discussing hair, makeup. If there's a new hair look, she'll give the hairstylist time to try that look on. So I don't think that this just comes out of nowhere. There's a lot of time, effort, collaboration, I think, that goes into it. So
Right.
I think that's how we keep it fresh all the time.
Even she takes her looks seriously. So
Yeah,
it
and she
works.
loves it. She loves it. So I think that's great.
Also, I wanted to ask you, there are a lot of, there are of course the critiques that are there. There are also a lot of whistleblowers who have suddenly cropped up. You know, one of them being Diet Sabya, who calls himself a copy of a copy. What is your take as an insider in the fashion industry on that? Because a lot of people have expressed their opinion, saying that, you know, sometimes he takes it too far and it's limiting creative freedom. For example, he called out Masaba for copying something which was actually her own design. So what is your take on him?
I mean, to be very honest, if I'm put out there, which of course we have been, and I think I take it with a pinch of salt, and we let it pass. I can't speak about being in a position where I've been wrongly called out, or I've been in a position where, I do think it's great in a way because he's calling people out who are actually copying. I think it's a great thing to do. But I don't know. To be very honest, I don't take all these things
Too seriously.
Too
You
seriously.
don't.
I really don't. To be honest, I think he also has a great sense of humor. So, go through his page, and I think he has a fantastic sense of humor. So, we laugh about it, but of course, sometimes he calls out things that are not right, or he'll call out things that are right. But
It's hits and misses.
yeah,
And it doesn't
I
bother
do-
you too
yeah,
much.
I feel like it's like any other blogger or any other person who's giving their opinion on what you do. Maybe people are not saying they copy it, but it's as good as somebody saying we hate what you do and you shouldn't be a stylist, and
Yeah,
I
all
get all
these
kinds of
trolls,
things.
yeah.
So
It's the same thing.
and again, I'm saying, like, if you've done something and you think it's right, and just put it out there and believe in it. And if you think you've done something wrong,
Yeah, just take it.
yeah, just own it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel people are taking this too seriously. There's
Yeah.
so much more about
It
life.
becomes like headline news and everything.
Yeah,
that,
and
you
there's
know.
so much else that's going on in this world, I feel that we need to give importance to. I think this is
Yeah.
becoming too.
Yeah, like too much of an issue for no reason.
Yeah, I was like, our energies are getting too concentrated on these kind of things, you know. Like, I forget it. I really feel like we're forgetting to live as human beings. And as human beings, we need human connection,
Right.
which we're forgetting,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and especially in a creative space. So I feel like we shouldn't take these things too seriously.
All right. Thank you so
All
much, Shalina, for
right.
joining us today and giving us a little insight into what the madness is behind the whole styling scene. And we'll see you in Myntra Fashion Superstar.
Thank you.
Watch eTown News Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. only on Zoom.